For today's magic trick, I will teach you how to make beef jerky without a food dehydrator. Then you can put some of that in a little jar and you have a jar full of animal with a bow made of animal. You're impressed. For this recipe, I'm using all gluten-free ingredients, but you can substitute these for regular ingredients if you want. For this recipe, you'll need a large bowl, a spoon, heavy-duty aluminum foil, saran wrap or a lid for your container, 2.5 pounds London broil beef, 1 cup gluten-free soy sauce, 1 cup Worcestershire sauce, 1 cup gluten-free teriyaki sauce, half a cup liquid smoke, 1 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons garlic powder, 1 tablespoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper, half a teaspoon ground ginger, and sesame seeds to taste. Start by combining all of your ingredients except for the beef and the sesame seeds in your bowl and mix those together. Next it's time to prep the beef. I had the butcher pre-slice mine somewhere between 1/4 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch thick, and then I just had to slice it into smaller pieces. If you just have a large piece of meat you're working with, pop it in the freezer for about an hour. That will make it a lot easier to slice into thin pieces. Just make sure you don't freeze it solid. Your beef jerky will have a different texture depending on if you slice it with the grain or against the grain, but here I'm just slicing it every which direction, and we'll see how it turns out. After you've sliced your beef, put it into your marinade and make sure everything is coated. Then you'll want to cover that with your saran wrap and pop that in the fridge for at least 24 hours to marinate. Once it's done marinating, bring it back out and set your oven anywhere between 90 and 170 degrees. Mine only goes down to 170. This is where your aluminum foil comes in. You'll want to make some trays with your aluminum foil just in case things get really drippy. That's why I folded up the edges of this, plus it makes it a little bit stronger and easier to pop them into the oven. Just lay everything flat and make sure you give yourself enough space for each piece. Then pop them in the oven and prop the door open. I'm using a Kipper's tin for this, but you can use whatever you have lying around. Then set your timer for 3 hours and go do something else. When you come back, it should look something like this. Just flip everything over and pop it back in the oven with the door propped open for another 3 hours. When you come back, it should be done. Your beef jerky should rip off easily, but it should also be slightly flexible still. At this point, you can just lay everything out for another 12 to 24 hours to completely dry, and your beef jerky is complete. Next, you'll want to transfer it to an airtight container. If you want to get fancy with your gifting, you can pop it in a mason jar and add a little bow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.